everybody, and welcome back to Teresa's Corner. I am Teresa Ruiz, and I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope you guys all had a great start to this 2021 year. I just want to show you guys a quick update of what's going on with my plants here. As you can see, all my plants are indoors. Well, most of them are. They're on this shelf. I finally got some grow lights. They're okay. There, I got these from Amazon because I have a lot of new growths going on, and all my growths were growing outwards towards the light. Because if you see up here, that's the light that I had just clipped along the side here, and it was just forward, right? So all my growths were growing outwards towards the light, and I didn't like that. So I bought something from Amazon while I do some research. But anyways, quick update. I have a lot going on. Let's get started. I do apologize. I'm going to be moving my phone around a lot. I am using my phone for this. But yeah, we'll start from the top. So right here I have my Cymbidium, you guys. Look, my no ID Cymbidium. You see that? It finally has a spike, and you can kind of see those buds there. It's amazing. My Dendrochellum here, this one, is doing pretty good. It also has a spike. My anosmums, the ones that are not potted yet, they're just in the regular pot I received them with, are doing pretty good. There's one or two that I already see buds, you guys, developing. You see that? Alright guys, so I ended up moving these down so I didn't have to like hold my phone up. But I have a lot, like I said, a lot of new growths. This is my Polycastia. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. You guys saw them last year. They're doing pretty good. Look at that, 2 new growths there. I have some pretty good roots in there. The water you see dripping is because I just watered these yesterday. I had some rainwater that I had collected, and it's doing pretty good. Look at this one here. This is the Miltonia Chestnut Morris. Oh, Morris Chestnut. There you go. Forgive my dyslexia. But yeah, the growth that it came with, or that the growth that developed right after the blooms faded, is doing pretty good. Look at that. Yeah. I have quite a few roots. I ended up repotting it because the pot that I was originally in had just too much algae. But I mean, look at those roots. It's just potted in bark and moss. They do like to be a little cooler, so that's why it has a lot more moss. Because my greenhouse gets about anywhere from like high 70 to like high 90s during the summer. So yeah. But it loved it, you guys. It loved it. The next one up is the Bartley Swartz, if I'm pronouncing that right. And you guys, I mean, look at that. That's suitable. Developed quite nicely. And you guys, look at these roots. I mean, look at that. I was a little afraid because these are cooler growers. At least they like cooler temperatures, and like I said, my greenhouse, whew, it scared me, but they loved it. The high humidity in there, and the fans going, they liked it. I'm telling you guys. I don't know, but I was very afraid because it was like high 90s in there, but they did really good. They did not wilt. Their pot tend to be a little cooler because of all the moss that I have in there. Alright guys, so what you see here, this one with the big, huge pseudobulbs, is my Brasia Rex variety Leah. Look at that growth. It started growing sideways, that's what I mean, because it was trying to reach the light. But now it's under light, so hopefully that corrects. Right behind it, and you see it there, is the Peanut Princess Scary, and the growth was also growing sideways because it was trying to reach the light. I just repotted it not that long ago. Let me show you these roots, you guys. I mean, look at that. The old pseudobulbs are wrinkled. That's to be expected. That's my Bibophyllum. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. It sounds so wrong. But it's doing pretty good, you guys. And then look at my Grammatophyllum that I decided to put in Leca. Look at those roots. You see that? It's doing pretty good. Guys, I have my Psychopetalum here, and it's doing pretty good. Look, it developed this pseudobulb here at the beginning of spring. It started actually growing it. It's finally developed, and now it's giving me a new growth. For the longest time, the back pseudobulb that you see there, that one right there, this one back here, this one, where my finger's at, right here, and then a very, very tiny one. You see that? Those developed last year. I don't mean 2020, but 2019. And they matured spring of 2020, developed a new growth, and this is the new growth from that tiny pseudobulb. But it hasn't developed yet. The only one that developed fully was this one, which I'm glad, because I haven't seen any much progress until this year. So I'm hoping that I get blooms soon, because I love it. The smell is just divine. The next one here is this Cymbidium. If you guys recall, I made a video. I had 2 very sick orchids infested with scales and mealybugs. After months of treating it with neem oil and soap, it did pretty well. I actually ended up using Orthene about a month ago, and because there was still a little bit of residue from the scale, and I needed to bring it in. It was too cold outside, so I used Orthene on it, and look at that. This growth was already there. This was the last growth. This one was just a tiny nubbin coming out. It's developing, not as fast. It's a little setback from it. It's okay. I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, I lost the second one. It just did not make it. It was just in bad conditions. This right here, you guys, is my yellow Epidendrum cakey. I removed August 9th. If you guys recall, I made a video of it. It was an epic fail. I ended up breaking the roots as I removed it. This one back here, that's the larger cakey, and it's actually developing a new growth, you guys. Right after we removed this cakey here, it sprouted a new cakey, which is this one. I removed it off camera and I potted it on the same pot. That's why you see 3 there. The first cakey with the new growth, and then this second cakey. I figured I'd put it on the same pot. My epidendrums, you see that huge fowl right there? I don't see a spike on that one either, or that one, but they're just huge. My Maxillera tenifolias, you guys, they're doing pretty good. Look at these pseudobulbs developing. Last year around March, these were blooming, so I'm hoping that this year I get blooms, because I love the smell. Look at this one. I believe this one is my dancing lady, Musicyoutube lemon sugar drop, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see, but there's a new growth. And this one has a spike there. I think it aborted. It's been like that for almost a month. No progress. Look at this. My fowl with a beautiful spike. Look at these roots. It's hanging on a basket. This one here, you guys, is my, there we go, Oncidium Hilo Ablaze. And I'm waiting for blooms this year again. It was just beautiful. I ended up potting it not that long ago. I made a video, it'll be coming out soon. But look at that. You can see already the pseudobulb developing under these sheaths or whatever they're called. There's another growth here. Then there's 3 new ones developing. This one here. This one back there, 2. And then that one there, 3. So I hope they all bloom, you guys. This bottom shelf, a lot of my callaleyas. They're doing pretty good. Look at this one, you guys. That has 3 growths. 2 off the same one. Can you guys see that? They all have growths. 1 or 2 on each. I know they're a little hard to see. It's a little crowded in there. But yeah, they're all doing pretty good. I potted these not that long ago in the self-watering pots. They've all recently been watered with rainwater. I collected rainwater. It's awesome. Look at those growths back there. They all have a new growth. This one, you guys, is my Dendrobium Second Love. I'm sure you guys are tired of it, but can you guys see that little nubbin? See that? It's quite small. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if I see any more. My Barana Jade is doing pretty good. The keikis that are still attached to the mother plant are still doing good. My Vandas, you guys, I had quite a small setback. If you guys recall, during the spring and summer, I had these bare rooted, and I had made a hook for them, and they were doing amazing. The only problem with that was that they were dehydrated. I couldn't keep up with the watering, so I ended up potting them. But they didn't take too well to that. I actually lost my my mini Palmer. Yeah, I was very devastated, but I lost it. It was bad. But anyways, these are doing pretty good. I just repotted them not that long ago because I needed new media. Make sure that they had enough aeration, because I think that was my issue. I had potted them in the plastic pots, and I loaded them with like rocks and moss and bark, but I don't think they were drying up pretty quick. So I ended up using this ceramics. I like to paint them. I know that defeats the purpose because they're not, I'm pretty much sealing the pores, but it's just the outside. Look at that. It doesn't make much of a difference. I prefer it. But yeah, those are my Vandas, you guys. And look at this one. This one is the Dendrochellum Winzelli Flare Young. And that's the one with the yellow pink flower. It had a magnificent bloom this summer. It had about 15 to 18 blooms on the spike. After the flowers faded, it just went downhill. All the leaves fell off. I am thinking it's a deciduous, but that shouldn't affect the roots, and this one is pretty much rootless. So that's why I think there's something wrong. And then look at the leaves. Normally they would just yellow and drop, but no, these look like they're like freezing. Look, but it's indoors. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it got this little spots. It's like it was burning, and then it just started yellowing, and then they drop. It's crazy. But yeah, this one here, you guys, I don't know. I didn't get any blooms from it, even though I got 2 sheaths from the last growths. It actually has 2 new growths on this one now. This one here and this one back here. This one here. And there's another one actually growing there, if you can see it. I'm hoping I get blooms from it this year, because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm looking forward to it. This one is my Dendrochellum Winzelli. I finally got 2 new growths from it, you guys. I finally got 2 new growths from it, but I think I got water damage on them, and they rotted away. I have to do some research. I think I can find a better method of potting this, because I don't think it's liking it. It liked the greenhouse with the high humidity. It is really good. I mean, like really good. But now, during this cold weather, hi Ruchi. let me show you guys. This guy decided to come and see what I was doing. But yeah, like I said, it likes the high humidity. At least it liked it when it was in the greenhouse. That's when the two growths started sprouting. But during the winter, just like my other bulbophyllum, just kind of started dying off. So I have to figure something out. My bulbophyllum medusae is doing pretty good, you guys. Look at this one. This one was a little nubbin when I received it, and now it's fully developed, and here's another growth. Some of my mini phals, they're all doing good. Something I want to show you guys. So my Kingianum, right, Dendrobium, as you guys know, it's been putting out keikis after keikis after keikis. So from what I understand, I have two varieties. The Tida, and the other one, it was just a description. Large, white, purple flower. I don't know what that means. I have not seen them. That's the one that's spiking up there. But I decided to put one in lava rocks. And look at that. I just love these glasses with the black lava rocks, you guys, and the plants. So if I could get quite a few like this, I wouldn't mind it. I just love it. To me, it looks so, you know, classy and just fancy. But anyways, look at this. You see that? New growth. I did have some root loss from the keikis when I first potted it, but that's to be expected. They're not used to being, you know, so much water. But yeah, they do pretty good, you guys. I don't think I can do anything to kill these, because they like to, I'm telling you, they sprout like crazy. My seedlings here, these back here are more Kingianum plants. Yeah, I have quite a few of those and tons of keikis. You guys remember the cup? Yeah, it's still there. They're still doing good. As you can see, they're kind of peeking out already. Anyways, these are some of my orchids that need quite some care. So look, I tried doing semi-hydro on these, and I don't know, you guys. It's been in this cup for a while. All the roots died. All the roots died, and look at that. They don't look so well. That one was an old root, and you can tell that it's one of those that dried up from here. So it's, but you guys, as much as I tried the water culture, remember I had one where it was in full water culture and the roots started sprouting. They were doing good. All of a sudden, it just died off. Died. I mean, crown rot from the moisture that it was getting, and the roots just fell off. I don't know what to do, you guys. So I'm sticking with bark and moss until I can figure it out. This one is my Burana Jade Fantasy Keiki that I removed. Unfortunately, I lost one of them. I ended up getting mold in there. It was weird. And this is new media, because remember I had potted both of them, and the molds ate away one of them. I was able to rescue this one, sprayed it with some hydroperoxide. It's doing good now. My Dendrobium Second Love Keiki is doing really good. I removed both of these November 18th. Yep, November 18th. I wonder where the tag for this one went. But yeah, look at that. Some more keikis and my Psychopsis. I ended up potting my Psychopsis, you guys. Look at these new buds. not buds, but I guess, yeah, buds. They haven't fully developed yet. So I'll be getting some blooms soon. I don't know how soon or how fast they develop, so this is new for me. These do have consecutive, they are consecutive bloomers, so you never want to cut the spikes. I learned that not that long ago. Never cut the spikes. Apparently some of these spikes can go like 8 years plus, constantly blooming. It'll bloom, flowers will fade, new ones will emerge, and then they'll eventually bloom, and the cycle begins. Alright guys, so these are my new orchids. This one here is a Paphiopedilum Magic Leopard number 4, crossed with the Paphiopedilum Hyla Ruby Double Diamond. And I've seen the parents of this, and it's a huge bloom, you guys, huge. I mean, this one is going to be huge too. The colors, I love it. New growth there. Yeah, looking forward to that one. This one here, you guys, is the Oncidium Eye Candy Pinky. And oh my god, you guys, I love the blooms. Look at these spikes. They're getting ready to open. Can't wait. It's got another spike here. Pretty big spike. Plant looks pretty good. I actually pot-potted not that long ago. Well, I removed the plastic pot. I did not disturb the roots whatsoever because it had some really good roots. But I did put it in a larger pot. All I did was add a little bit of bark and moss, and I did not disturb it. I left it like that because my humidity is not as high as in the greenhouse where I bought this. And I didn't want the same issue happening like the one that I had with my high-low ablazed, where a lot of the pseudobulbs just started wrinkling because they weren't properly hydrated. And I don't want to overwater, but I mean, it is a beautiful plant. Very, very healthy. And yeah, looking forward to the blooms. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's all have for you guys. I hope you guys have a good day, and please don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell to get the notifications so every time I post. Comments, questions, concerns for me, leave those in the comments below. All right guys, bye.